Hello, this is David Kozich, Chief Spiritual Officer and Senior Pastor here at the LoveMakers Foundation, a very special spiritual organization whose mission is to bring love to the world and move the paradigm from fear to love. Today we're broadcasting from our beautiful Lake Arrowhead studio, our international spiritual headquarters. Our business headquarters is located in Redlands, California. But today I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun because today I'm going to be talking about love and money. Love and money, and I'll even talk about how to use love to make money, how to use money to build wealth. But first of all, I have to admit that for the longest time I really did not like money. I always liked what money could do for you. It let me go on nicer dates, buy real estate, buy a nicer car, give me a form of freedom. But I think that I had misinterpreted what was said in the Bible. I'd always believed that the attachment to money was evil, and I think a lot of people believe that, and I know that limited my consciousness. But on the other hand, I always knew that money, and I know now that money is not the answer for a fulfilling life. When I've dealt with people as an estate planning attorney on their deathbeds, nobody talked about money. They talked about, gee, I wish I would have loved more. When you talk about people who are sick, they're not talking about money, are they? They're talking about, I want to live another day. Money can help you exist, but let me put it bluntly. Rich people, you're going to die too. We all are going to meet our Maker. And when you look at life, there comes a point where you have to understand that there's something greater than making money. However, you can use your energy to make money. There are a lot of people who are very wealthy, and you see some of the wealthiest people in the world, they're very giving. They're very giving, like the Gates Foundation, Warren Buffett, the two gentlemen who are giving to charity to improve the world. That's just two examples. But when you have money, you are able to achieve financial freedom. But I'll tell you that money is not the overall answer. Money, as said by Jackie Mason, is not the most important thing in the world, but luckily I love money. And that's the kick, is that when you're developing wealth and want to have a great life and find financial freedom, what do you do? And what I have found is that people who are very wealthy, and I've had the opportunity to work with people worth over $5 billion in net worth over the years as a consultant and as an estate planning attorney. And what I found is the people who were very wealthy, that it wasn't just about making money, although a lot of people love making money, and I've worked with a lot of people who love making money. I'm working with people now who love making money. And sometimes that it conflicts with my thoughts and feelings. But in the end, the very wealthy, the people who are wealthy, it's not just about making money. It's about the love of what they're doing. It's the love of the challenge of making money. It's the love of helping people. It's the love of creating something. And today I want to just talk about 4 things that will help you make more money, that will help you create wealth. And I put it in writing for my LoveMakers on our monthly newsletter, but let me talk about it here today. Because I've been around money, but I've chosen for myself to live in love, to live a little more simply, to live where happiness is designed. Now I do have some law firms which creates angst in my life. Because the way those firms are run aren't necessarily aligned with exactly with who I am. But I understand that to make money is not always easy. That people are not always easy to deal with. But my philosophy is, and what I've tried to convey to the people I work with and to the people I do work with, is that I love you and I want you to do your best to give our clients love. Why I'm transitioning, though, to spirituality as my main profession, as my only profession, that's where I'm headed, is because I know the truth. And the truth is that love is the way. But in the meantime, What I want you to do is I want you to use love and the power of love to make money and create wealth. So how do you do that? And there are a lot of systems. I mean, I've looked at many systems on creating wealth. And of course, today it's trickier because maybe you have to go online to create wealth. You don't necessarily have to do that, but that's a trend that's happening, especially with the pandemic. But let me just tell you this. You've been created for a purpose. You are here to love and be loved. But love is also the secret to making money. And if you look at the word love, let's take a look at the word love, the L. The L means lead with spiritual and business intelligence. Be smart when you're setting up a business or you're an employee. But I can be blunt. If you're an employee, it's going to be very difficult to become wealthy unless you're willing to spend 10, 20, 30, 40 years saving and investing. And you're doing it with some intelligent system and have some great advice and are able to get a bit lucky. You can become wealthy as an employee over years. If you own your own business, you can do it a lot faster, but there is risk involved. You can inherit the money. You can win the lottery, which is a crapshoot. You're probably not going to win the lottery. Percentages are against that. And the funny thing is, most people who win the lottery, a lot of people, they lose most of the money because there's a certain requirement for spiritual and business intelligence to handle money and create wealth. What you have to do is you've got to gain the knowledge. You've got to become an expert in it. As my father told me, in 6 months you can become an expert in anything. 6 months of focused learning. You need to ask for help. You need perhaps mentoring. You need to know what to do and how to do it. And then, of course, you need to do it. You need to do it. As a manager at a large real estate company, at an office for a large real estate company, we had 115 agents when I was there. And what I found is only about 10 were making money. Why was that? Well, being a coach, a life and business coach, and fancying myself as a person who can help people increase their wealth and create dynamic change for individuals, what I found is people themselves actually have to be motivated. You are the ones who actually have to do it. And all the learning, everything is great, but you have to take action. You've got to focus and you've got to do it. You've got to make the phone calls. You've got to sell. You've got to do what you've got to produce. But you have to do it with love. And the reason people are not successful, the reason there's only 10 people who are making a living out of that 115 is because those 10 people loved what they were doing. They loved the challenge. They loved the people. They loved the systems. They loved themselves enough to have the confidence in themselves to go forward in life. And then they continued learning. They continued building up on their capability. And they continued to love every day. Every day they continued to love, give love, focus on love of what they were doing. So you've got to lead with spiritual intelligence. You have to lead with business intelligence. That's the key. That's the first key. And you have to own your life. You got to have to be yourself. You can't be a phony. In the end, people will discover that. You've got to own your life. Be your authentic self, which I don't like that purpose, but that word, but you have to be your authentic self. You have to be who you are. You have to have the courage to be who you are and project who you are, but do it with love. Do with love is your mega purpose, and then find your purpose and stay within that. What is your intent in this dimension? What is your intent in business? What is your intent with money? What is your intent on how to do it? And you have to do it authentically. You have to do it with your own self. Now the V, I took this from a Ken Blanchard book on servant leadership. You have to value relationships and results. As a manager or as anybody, what are your results? Are you making money? If you're not, you have to find a way to do that. If you have your own business, find the systems that you need to help you get the results. But here's the key. And I know I've been lax on this over my life because I've had a tendency to be a non-social extrovert. I love people and enjoy talking to people, but I also enjoy being at home, meditating, praying, just being with my family. But what I've discovered that over the long term, you have to value relationships. You have to create relationships. You want to become wealthy, you have to create the relationships that are going to help you propel your dreams into the future as a business owner. If you're an employee, create relationships in the business with your boss, with those you work with your customers, with your clients, whomever. Create those relationships. I'm blessed to say that I have a great relationship now with Deborah Toyes Kozich, and that we have a team with LoveMakers where I've been able to create great relationships. Not necessarily me, but Deborah has created great relationships that push LoveMakers forward. And I've been lucky to know and love people who are helping push LoveMakers forward into greatness, to help bring love to everybody's heart on this planet. It's that simple. So thank you for those relationships. But the key for your wealth is to create amazing relationships, and you do it by being willing to serve. You ask questions, you're willing to serve, you're willing to give, and you need to do it with a bigger dream. People want to help you. People, in my experience, want to help you. So don't be afraid to ask. But value relationships, value results. But focus on the relationships, the results will follow. But you have to lead with spiritual intelligence, you've got to own your own life, and you have to value relationships and results. And finally, the E of love is engage in love with all that you do. There's a saying that says, love what you do what you love. Look, you're not always going to be able to do what you love. If it wasn't for the law firm, I wouldn't be able to sustain, and I'll admit it. I want to thank Will and Andrew. If it wasn't for the law firms, I wouldn't be able to sustain LoveMakers right now. But it doesn't matter, because over my life, what I have tried to do is that you couldn't always do what you love, but I try to engage people and love what I do. I've loved the people that I'm with, and I suggest that you do that too. Love and give love to everything and everyone that you're in contact with in your wealth building situation, in your job, in your business. Engage in love with everything you do, because when you engage in love, guess what? And I'm far beyond worrying about money or needing money, because I know that love is the way. I know that there's a lot more to my life. I connect with my infinite source because there's no fear, because all I do is live in love. And what that means for me personally is I don't need anything, basically. I want love, but the key is when you live in love, you understand that there's nothing in this world to be afraid of. That if you engage in love, you're going to get what you want. Why is that? Because you're going to eliminate duality. You're going to have courage. You're going to have total self-confidence. There's going to be only light and love, no fear. And you're going to be able to advance confidently, as Thoreau said, confidently towards your dreams. Because when you do things without fear, when you do things in light and love, with courage, confidence, and excitement and enthusiasm, you will get what you want in life. That I guarantee. The funny thing is that when I've talked to people who are on their last legs of life, who are a day or a week, 2 weeks, a month from dying, people discover it. You're going to discover at some point that you actually got what you wanted in life. So my recommendation is, before it's too late, engage in love in everything that you do. Because the bottom line, as St. Teresa wrote, you are greater than you know. And she said, I don't do great things, but I do small things with great love. And I say to you, do everything with extraordinary love. And you'll become wealthy, you'll make the money you want. But never forget to live in love and to serve others. And now I want to introduce a person who engages in love each and every moment of her life. A person who is full of love, a person that I love. a person that is an amazing human being, Deborah Kozich, CEO of LoveMakers Foundation. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, David, and hello, everyone. Thank you for another wonderful love message this week, love and money. And as LoveMakers here at LoveMakers Foundation, we remember, and this is part of our commitment in becoming a lovemaker, is to do and be our best, to commit in love, to commit to be love, live love, share love, teach love, and yes, receive love. And when you do that, then it will be a part of whatever you choose to do in your life, whatever job you have, whatever career you choose, however you choose to make money, to live, and to survive. Whether you become a minimalist, whether you just serve others in love.
Exactly. Well, Deborah, a guy named Roy Bennett said, here's the top 15 things that money can't buy: time, happiness, inner peace, integrity, character, manners, health, dignity, common sense, class, patience, trust, morals, respect, and love.
Exactly.
You can't. There's certain things money just can't buy. So, but the key is focusing on love.
Focusing on love, and remember too that every day love is the way. And we ask that if you like our love messages that we're sharing every week, that you subscribe to our channel and that you please share with others to help bring love to others and to families and communities too. And this will inspire bringing your best to the world as well. Thank you, David, for another wonderful love message.
Well, you're certainly welcome. And again, we're trying to continuously improve what we're doing, because we want you to feel the love, to become love, to share love, to act in love, to speak love, to communicate love. And we just appreciate you very much, because I know Deborah and I are just about love. It's not just about us. We know that love is a big thing, and that we appreciate you, and we want you to have the life that you want to have.
Yes.
But we know that love is the way.
Love is the way, and it creates an individualized spiritual experience, changing lives, your own, and reflecting into the world. Remember, every day, love is the way, and we are here for you. Call us at 877-711-0850. We offer prayer support and individual counseling. And just remember, every day, there's always hope, help, and survival techniques, and we're here to help you with that too.
Yeah, love is the way.
Love is the way.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.